And welcome to 20's Know-It-All. I am your host, Dylan. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today, I'm really excited. We've got a few new guests. We've got Allison, we've got Matt, and then we've got Pete returning for for Pete's sake. I have a feeling today is going to be a great fucking episode, guys. I want to start off a little bit with just like my own little bits and pieces. I want to talk about the movies that are coming out because where I work, movies are really important, and with my friends, movies are like life. So I'm just so fucking excited for the movies that are coming out this holiday season. We've got the new James Bond movie, Spectre. We've got the fucking political movie, Trumbo, with Bryan Cranston, John Goodman, Meryl Streep, fucking George Clooney. It's got everybody. It looks like a great movie. We've got the Peanuts gang movie, which for those of you who do not know the Peanuts or Charlie Brown, get the fuck out. Get out. If you don't know the Charlie Brown, get the fuck out. We've got the Hunger Games wrapping up. We've got Creed, which is the spiritual successor to Rocky Balboa with an old Sylvester Stallone, which I am really looking forward to as I'm a huge Rocky fan. We've got Victor Frankenstein. We've got The Good Dinosaur. We've got Star Wars, motherfuckers. We've got Star Wars. And I am pleased to announce that this coming December, we are going to be having our first ever Christmas Star Wars special. And it will be fucking amazing. And guys, there will be live action lightsaber battles. This fucking special that we're going to be putting up for Christmas will be something like we've never done before for the first time. I'm so fucking excited. The only movie that looks awful that's coming out is they fucking remade Point Break. You guys ever hear the phrase young, dumb, and full of cum? That's from the first Point Break movie. This new Point Break looks fucking stupid. It's basically got 5 white people doing extreme sports and robbing banks. It's like if Jason Statham had a wet dream on a mountaintop and just kind of dove. That's essentially what's going on. I also want to talk about the St. Louis Rams just real quick. They're 4-3, and for the first time since I was 14 years old, they're playing football in November. That actually matters. We're unbeaten in the fucking division. So, to all the fans of Seattle, 49ers, Cardinals, suck my dick. Thank you for tuning in to 20's Know-It-All. We'll be right back. And welcome back to 20's Know-It-All. I am your host, Dylan. Guys, I'm incredibly excited. And I know I say that a lot, but it's true, I am excited. This show is still very new. It's very fresh. It's very dear to all of us because we all put so much work into this. We have Allison, who I've known for about almost a year now, I think, right? I was going to say it's been about a year. And Allison, whenever I first met you, we met whenever we were all getting hired for the movie theater. I remember you sat right down next to me, and I was like, she's got like this bold nose piercing. She reeks of weed. I'm like, who the fuck is she? And then she's like, I fucking love movies. I'm like, all right, she's cool. Allison, we love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We love video games, we love alcohol.
Yeah.
Basically doing reckless shit.
Yeah, we love alcohol.
Yeah, we love alcohol. Oh, man. All right, so for alcohol, if you had to pick a favorite beverage, and you've told me of thousands upon thousands of beverage. I know you're like, oh, how do I decide? What are you thinking? What do you think would be your favorite alcoholic drink?
Can it be one that I make myself?
Oh, yeah, dude, anything. As long as it has an alcohol content that's not like, like one or something.
How's Everclear sound? How's that sound?
God damn, that's strong.
No, green fucker.
Oh, shit. Green fucker, guys. That's a powerful fucking beverage. All right, now, do you chase after you take this powerful stuff or no? I know with green fuck you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
but let's be honest, everyone sort of has their own way of drinking.
No, I just pour it in a cup and drink it like that.
Oh, man. So you were sending me photos on Snapchat of your weekend. I saw that keg stand. Did you by chance do a keg stand? Because that was fucking impressive.
No,
I saw 2 people like tilting you over this thing. I was like, God damn.
No, that wasn't me. It was like 9:30 in the morning at that point.
You told me you're like, I'm going to start drinking at 8 o'clock. And
Yeah.
I said, Allison, you're going to be shit-faced by 11. Was that fairly accurate or was I completely
I
wrong?
left at 5 a.m. with like an hour of sleep to get to Springfield. And I got there at probably 8:39, 9:30, and started drinking as soon as I got there. So by 11, it was tailgating time, and I was already trashed. So
That's pretty fucking funny. Were you able to like sober up through the day, or were you just like, was this like a binge?
Everyone took a nap, but I couldn't sleep. I probably ended up taking an hour, maybe.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That's fucking nuts. All right, fair enough. So you said you were going to a tailgating game. Did you actually watch the game? Do you remember watching the game?
No, I just went to party.
So you went to the tailgating event. You didn't even watch the fucking football game? That's depressing. In my family, if you don't watch the game, that's like the people who go to Super Bowl parties who only are there for like, I'm just here for the commercials.
It was.
I noticed you didn't bring any food or beer. I'm here for the commercials.
It was like, it's that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the World Series defense.
Oh my God.
Where they go. No, it's not that one. It's the.
No, it's the football one.
Yeah,
it's
Invincible.
It's one whenever Charlie is sitting there and he's just like, I'm gonna sit here and get blackout drunk.
I actually sent that GIF to my friends. I was like, "This is me tomorrow," and
That's
it was
Charlie.
me.
That's
Tomorrow.
fantastic. What, did you try to put on like the green suit as well?
No, I didn't have one, or else I would have.
I'm not like Charlie. I just don't keep green suits, with me at all times.
Green man.
Green man. I was actually talking with someone else who loves It's Always Sunny. Did you know that they all made a bet that if the show was successful, they would all gain weight?
No, I just know that Mac actually gained weight for
he was the only one who did that from that bet. He was the only one who actually went through with gaining weight. I had no idea. I thought that was part of like maybe their story, quote unquote. But he was the only one, and Dee was like, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because they're actually married in real life.
I know, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Charlie's married to the waitress.
I know. That's my favorite part of the show.
I was, I think I was on like Wikipedia or some fucking website, and it said Charlie Day is married to the waitress. I was like, wait, like the waitress he stalks in the show? And they're like, and I was like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit, that's really awkward.
I don't remember how I found it out, but I know that Dee and Mac are married, and then Charlie and the waitress.
See, that's another thing. That's how I kind of found out about all this shit. Charlie met Dee through the audition process for It's Always Sunny, and they started dating at like the middle of the first season.
Charlie and Dee?
No, not Charlie. Mac and Dee. I'm sorry, I meant Mac and Dee. I'm sorry. Mac and Dee. They met in the audition process, and then they started dating like the middle of the first season while it was being made.
That's crazy. I love it.
You know what else I didn't notice? So you remember how all right, guys, for those of you who don't know, I didn't get into It's Always Sunny until like June or May really of this year. So I knew Danny DeVito was in this show. I love Danny DeVito. I love a lot of his movies. I love Wise Guys. I love Twin Brother with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Matilda.
Oh my God.
Don't forget Matilda.
I did, but thank you for the reminder. No, you're right. Matilda's a great movie. Danny DeVito is a great actor, and I watched this first season. And I'm like, where the fuck's Danny DeVito? I'm like watching his first season, and I was kind of getting irritated. I'm like, he's in the show. I've seen one episode with him. Where the fuck is he? Yeah. Rude Awakening on season 2, or for season 1, I was like, this is bullshit. Then season 2 happened. It was all better. It was wonderful. What is your like favorite quote? Because I've seen you and a coworker go at it with quotes from It's Always Sunny. If you had to pick like a favorite quote from It's Always Sunny, what would it be?
Okay. It's where they go on the road trip. Or where they try to go on the road trip. And then the dude like steals the car. Anyway, it's when Dee is like, where are they shopping? Wherever they're shopping, she's like, I'm just gonna pop in here, take a quick squirt. And I was like,
I fucking love that episode.
Pop it off.
I'm gonna pop it off.
Pop your shirt off.
I like how they start a fire in the back of like that U-Haul trailer
yeah.
thing, and they open it up, and all this smoke just whoosh, it comes out. I almost lost my shit when that happened.
Should have been
and then Charlie was up front with them, or was up front with the guy, and he's like, actually, he was a pretty nice guy. Oh man,
you're not gonna sing to me, are you? I might.
You know what I've noticed about Charlie Day? Have you noticed that he's like the only one, besides Danny DeVito, who's actually like doing movies and stuff outside of It's Always Sunny?
Yeah. I've seen Dennis in I can't remember what he was in, but I recently saw him like in a movie, but I think it was older.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't remember what it was.
No, I know Charlie was in, of course, Horrible Bosses 1 and 2. And you know what else he was in? He was in, not one of my favorite movies, but I did like it, Pacific Rim. He played a fucking scientist with the bad guy from Game of Thrones and Ron Perlman. I was like, how the hell is Charlie Day playing opposite Ron Perlman when Ron Perlman had this golden grill and was like this big tough gangster in Hong Kong?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Pacific Rim?
No.
Dude, no, like, you know how you and I love, like, stupid movies, like the same stupid movies?
Yeah.
This is one of those movies that's stupid. You know it's stupid, but you still really enjoy it.
What's a stupid movie we like, though?
Are you kidding me? Is this for real happening?
Our thoughts aren't stupid.
Oh, well, no, of
No,
course
I'm
they're not
just kidding.
stupid, but let's be honest. Like, there's always a movie where, like,
Which
okay,
one?
that was bad, but all right, Mortal Kombat. All right, well, I'm just saying, that's one I liked. All right, name, like, 5 movies you like right off bat right now.
Is Grandma's Boy considered stupid?
Of course it is. That movie's fucking great, though. I love Grandma's Boy.
Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Love Kevin Smith movies, but let's be honest. I mean, yeah, that movie was also stupid. Even Kevin Smith was like, when he was writing that, and I quote, "What the fuck do I know about not being able to pay my bills? I've been paying my bills since 1995." But yeah, Zack and Miri was stupid, but I love Zack and Miri, though.
I don't think it's dumb.
Well,
I
not
don't
like,
know.
I'm sorry, I don't mean like in a
No,
derogatory sense.
I know what you mean for sure.
But
I'm
no,
trying
I
to
mean,
think
I
of a
fucking
really
love
awful
them.
movie that I love.
Oh, a truly bad movie?
Amber Alert was really good, but the bitch is annoying. They're just yelling the entire time. They're yelling at each other the whole time.
Okay, I'll give you a movie I thought was retarded, but I still kind of liked it. The New Omen, the one that was made in 2006, the one that came out in 666.
Oh my gosh, I almost watched the old one the other night.
The old one's fucking freaky when that one chick hangs herself. That's fucking freaky as shit, man.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yes, guys, someone dies in The Omen. Surprise, surprise, bitches. Oh, man. So, I know you love all types of movies.
Yeah,
And I know that's actually like one of the things that like kind of makes us friends is like, we can just go on movies and shit.
for sure.
So I just want to tell some people, some movies that you and I have seen that we both really liked. Mad Max Fury Road. You didn't like that?
No, I bought Blu-ray. I don't even have a Blu-ray player. I bought Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital download.
For Mad Max?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Took a picture and put it on Instagram. That's how excited I was.
Oh, you hear that, guys? Instagram, and she does an Instagram like every fucking thing, like some people out there. By some people, I mean white people. Let's be honest.
Stuff white people like.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Instagram.
There was this one for white people. There's actually a song called I'm a Really White Dude. It's fucking brilliant. Oh, my God. It is so goddamn funny.
Do you know who it's by?
DJ Ruckus. He's just some YouTube personality, but it's a parody on Carly J. Raspin's I Really, Really Like You.
I really like you.
Yeah. It makes fun of that. And also, I just want to throw out there, Tom Hanks just worked with Steven Spielberg for Bridge of Spies. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it, but
It's a great fucking movie.
I heard it was awesome.
Yes. It's not slow, but you should check it out. Bridge of Spies, great fucking movie. Tom Hanks, he was in Carly J. Raspin's fucking video of I Really Like You. Tom Hanks, Oscar winner. Everyone loves that man, and he's in that fucking video. I'm like, how the fuck did she get Tom Hanks? It's just
a
like,
nice guy. Nice guy, apparently.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking great guy, but just like, I don't know how that happened. So, total curveball. Talk about Inside Out. I know how much you love that. And I feel like you have a great perspective. And the conversation we had about Riley. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
About the boy and girl voices?
Yes. I thought that was a great bit. Go talk about Inside Out. I was going to say.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so my favorite character is obviously Sadness. I was her for Halloween.
By the way, I want to throw out there, guys, this was not just like her wearing blue face paint. She had the costume down. She had the pants, the sweater, the hair, the glasses, the little doll. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I bought like $1 glasses and painted them purple. And bought, everything else. Goodwill and
I was going to say.
Shouts out Goodwill.
Shout out to Goodwill, y'all. If y'all only got $4 and you need a Halloween costume, Goodwill's the place
Sweaters
to
on
go.
deck.
Sweaters on deck.
Yeah, you told me this. I was actually high, I'm pretty sure, when you told me this. You said, you know what? Riley's voices and, like, the characters are boys and girls. And I was like, yeah. And you were like, no one else has both.
It's true.
I know.
But yeah,
Kind of blew my mind.
She was the only one. Guys, more spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Inside Out, it's a great Pixar film.
Do it.
It's surprisingly, I feel like I've actually met more adults, because of where I work, I met more adults who liked Inside Out than kids. In fact, I went on names. I actually am very close to a certain child who's like, I didn't like Inside Out. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I didn't say that, but I really wanted to.
I feel like it's a more grown-up
movie.
Like
So much more
that
mature.
article that you sent me about making her, I think she's 11, making her 11 instead of like...
they wanted to do like 13 or 14.
Or 17 even. Like, yeah.
Yeah. In that article I sent you, they said it was really hard to make that movie and like trying to pitch it to people because it's so abstract. It really is. Like, can you imagine being like, hey guys, I want to write a movie about emotions. Oh, okay, psychological? No. I want to write a movie about actual vibrant emotions who can talk. So she's a crazy person. No. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
What the hell are you getting at with? Oh, and I want to get Bill Hader, Mindy Kaling,
Amy Poehler,
not Ray Lewis.
Phyllis.
Oh, no, Phyllis. They got Phyllis.
Speaking of The Office, I started watching The Office UK.
What do you think of The Office UK?
They're the same, like, people.
But they're really different.
And Jim's name is Tim.
Yes it is. Jim's name is Tim. What do you think about Dwight, who's played by Bilbo fucking Baggins?
I only watched like 1.5 episodes and then I fell asleep. It was pretty late. But what I thought was awesome is the manager in The Office UK was actually in The Office US.
Yeah, like season 5.
Yeah, and when they meet each other.
That was great.
And they say, that's what she said. He's like, I love this guy. And it's like, they're the same person.
Randy Jarvis, I can never pronounce his name. I know his first name is Randy. Yeah, The Office. And The Office, alright. I feel like The Office UK gets a lot of love. I started off watching The Office US. And I didn't do that because it aired for so long. My best friends were like, Dylan, this show is fucking brilliant. So I said, okay. It took me a while to get in that show. Like, I had to... That first season, when you're watching it by yourself, it's like, why is this show so popular? Once you get invested, though, it's fucking great.
It's amazing dry comedy.
Oh my god!
So
oh my goodness! My brother. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I know this person who manages people, and he's like, Dylan, The Office is. You'd be amazed of how much shit some of that stuff actually happens. Such as, do you guys remember the episode when Phyllis had the guy pull out his dick in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Turns out when you are like an industrial area, for some reason that brings in a lot of fucking crazy people. Yeah, I swear to God, I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, for some reason when there is just no one living there, crazy people will just fucking walk around.
Let's just come and whip our dick out.
Yeah, it's just like, let me just go and pull out my schwanz. So yeah, it's kind of fucking interesting. We kind of left Inside Out, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I'm sorry. Guys, all right, sorry.
No, that was my fault.
All right, well, you know what? The Office is worth it, though. As good as Inside Out is, The Office is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're both really good. You guys should go see Inside Out, though.
I'm pretty sure it comes out in like a few
soon.
days.
Yeah, it's coming out for the holiday season. You guys should definitely consider seeing it. It's a brilliant film. You can definitely watch it with the kids, but there were a lot of adult men and women I know who were like, that really touched people. That was a very...
It shows you that you need sadness in your life as well as joy, you know?
Yeah.
So they work together. Because initially it was going to be fear and joy.
That's right, it was.
Together, yeah.
That's right. I was going to say...
And Bill Hader was like, you know what? This makes more sense as sadness.
It's true. Yeah. Dude, Bill fucking Hader. Oh my goodness.
Bill Hader.
Lewis Black as anger. Oh, man. All right, guys, that's another thing. If this is your first time watching this movie, or even the second time, Lewis Black's character plays anger, okay? There are all these scenes whenever he has this newspaper. Read the fucking headlines to the newspaper. They're fucking brilliant little jokes. I saw that in the theater, and I was like, guys, did you guys see that? And they're like, no, Dylan, we didn't. Rewind it, good luck. I sound like such a fucking spaz, but I swear, those little subtle jokes were just awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good
Also,
film.
Whenever he yelled, congratulations, San Francisco, you just ruined pizza. I was like, my hero.
Is he the one off of Accepted? Is
yes,
he the one that they...
that's another good fucking movie that I love, but it's kind of crappy, but it's great.
Yeah,
It's accepted. Loved accepted.
We're shit.
We're shit. We're the South Harmon Institute of Technology. Also, I like how the shirts were brown.
Thirsty. Yeah. Did you make a shrimp slushie? I was hungry and thirsty. Glenn, I love your wads.
One of the other bits was, I got a 0 on my SAT. How'd you do that? You get like 900 points for writing your name. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Oh, man, Glenn. That show's cracking me up.
I just love Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Especially in Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh, my God.
He's like, oh.
As the gay porn star, he's just like, yes, Rico and Ravante, keep making out back there.
He's like,
That background, did you know that was actually on loop?
No.
Yeah, whenever they're doing, like, the gay porno bit, those guys who are constantly making out, Kevin Smith put that in afterwards and put it on a loop, told Justin Long his plan. That's why Justin Long kept going. There's like a 22-minute blooper reel of just Justin Long just going. It's fucking hilarious.
My favorite part in that movie, or my favorite line, I guess, is when Justin Long is like, what?
I thought you were going to say something else. Never mind. Keep going.
No, it's when Justin Long goes, what's he say? He's like, I'm just going to sit here and pretend like I don't love it when you shove your cock in my mouth.
That was fucking... Oh, my gosh.
gosh.
Also, one more subtle joke from Seth Rogen, who, by the way, is getting a lot of flack lately. He had a great line. 2 beers? Do you want a beer? Yeah. 3 beers. I was like, oh.
I love it.
That also, of course, how can we forget the infamous anal joke? Whenever he pulled out and he just got shit all over.
And how that one girl, like, her audition was her, like, blowing bubbles.
With her vagina. Oh, I love Craig Robinson. Her name is Bubbles.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, he's in The Office, too. I love it.
Yeah. You know what, though? I actually found out Craig Robinson, this one's more of a rumor, but some people have been saying he actually had kind of trouble trying to get that role, apparently.
As Daryl?
As Daryl. Apparently, he almost lost it after like the first or 2 seasons because he got in some law trouble, I think in like the middle of like season 5. Whenever he got in trouble down in the Bahamas with weed or something, he almost lost.
How you get in trouble for weed in the Bahamas?
I have no fucking idea, but I know if you get caught at an airport, especially in an international airport.
That's true.
That's highly... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was highly frowned upon in this establishment.
What is that off of?
That one little baby commercial, whenever the baby's trying to ride the dog, he's like trying to do like his E-Trade shit. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't know riding the dog was frowned upon. Oh, man. Fucking Zack and Miri. You know Kevin Smith movies, too. Did you ever see Dogma?
No, but Jay and Silent Bob.
Strike back. Fuck.
Motherfuck.
Noise. Sorry, I fucked that one up.
Who smokes the blunts?
We smoke the blunts. Oh, man. Speaking of smoking blunts. There's something I'd kill to talk about, but I'm not going to be saying it. All right, guys. You want me to say it, Tony? Okay.
What's going on?
You want me to say it?
Say it, please.
Do you remember all those times we used to get high on top of the garage?
Oh, my God, yes.
Oh, man. Well, I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh, yeah, we did get high a few times
we
on top.
get high before... Can I say it?
No. That we cannot say. that one...
And we drink.
It's true, we do. Dude, that Buffalo Wild Wings party was fucking rad as shit.
Gosh, that was a great night. We should all do it again.
Dude, that was fucking...
And go there again.
He kept getting me all those fucking, like, sweet, gigantic, girly drinks. I'm like, I just want a beer and a shot. He's like, take this margarita, take this cocktail.
Erica kept ordering those for you guys.
She
was doing it.
See, you said that. I thought, what's his... I thought Joe was ordering that.
Joe was letting Erica order for you guys, and she would just pick margaritas. What's the other one that has, like, a...
It had, like, the red and yellow shit. It looked like a sunrise.
That one was good. That was, like, Knockout Punch, and
yes!
I ordered one of those. It was good.
I ordered the Knockout Punch.
I endorsed the Knockout Punch.
Oh, my God. You know what? You know what would be a great tagline for the Knockout Punch? All right, so you know how Bud Light got in trouble for saying take the word no out of your vocabulary?
Did they?
Oh, yeah, dude. All right, so you know that pretty much implied, like, date rape and shit. You know, that's pretty fucked up stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But you know how that drink's called the knockout punch?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine the tagline? Take the word no out of your vocabulary. Try the knockout punch. I swear to God. Oh, we should tweet that to Buffalo Wild Wings, see what they say.
They'll like it.
I think they will. All right, Allison, I want to thank you very much for coming in on 20's Know-It-All. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Dude, I told you it was fucking rad, and you're like, I'm a little nervous. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm like, you'll be fine.
I was more excited than nervous.
All right, see, that's awesome. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed her segment. We will try to get her back on, because I enjoyed this too. We didn't really have a script for Allison this time, to be honest with you. I have 2 notes. It's Always Sunny, favorite movies. That's it.
Done.
So I hope you guys really enjoyed our segment. I want to thank you very much for coming in again, Allison.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, thank you guys for checking out 20's Know-It-All. We will be right back. And welcome back to 20's Know-It-All. I am your host, Dylan. Guys, again, I am very excited. I'm gonna pull out a dictionary, a thesaurus, and look up other words that keep saying excited. We have another new guest this week. We have Matt. I met Matt actually very recently. He's the guy who works with us in our studio, and he kind of gives us the key to let us in. And whenever I first met him, he just started making like all these like rapid fire jokes. I'm like, all right, this is definitely one of Pete and Adrian's and Tony's friend.
I am the key master. You're the gatekeeper.
I am the gatekeeper.
Kidding. I love it.
Well, no, let's be honest. Ghostbusters is a fantastic fucking
I know,
movie. Ghostbusters 3, yo. Or the reboot.
The reboot. Because it's all-female cast, and, you know, they've been getting so much flack for rebooting it with an all-female cast, which I personally don't mind. At all. But I did see something the other day. I actually just saw it, and it said Sandra Bullock is planning with George Clooney to reboot Ocean's 11 with an all-female cast. Okay. Now I'm just kind of on the fence of, well, are they just
doing this for
money?
Are
they just not able to write good female roles, or are they just doing it out for the money? Because there are so many good female roles that have yet to be tapped into. You see all the time, great female roles coming along, like Eva Green as Vanessa Ives in Penny Dreadful, or even some younger adult franchises like Katniss Everdeen, who, as much flack as people give The Hunger Games, if you read the books, she's a fabulous female role model. And they're making all these reboots for females. Well, I think the Ghostbusters will be good. I'm not going to judge it until I see it. I don't know if they should be like rebooting previously male-dominated movies as female-dominated movies is the way to go for new female roles.
You know, that is, I'll be honest with you guys and listeners, I was kind of taken back by that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but my thought process on that was, it's not necessarily that there aren't female roles out there. It's the fact you should be able to take out a good role, a good character, and the sex should be interchangeable. Such as Ocean. His character, you can have a great female thief. There have been many throughout literature and film, and there have been many male ones. Now, I'm saying, I'm really saying it should be. Yeah. Whether, of course, is that the way the real world's going to work? Of course not. Yeah. It'd be nice. Is it going to happen? Yeah. No. But you know what? As far as the Ghostbusters bit, I know they're getting that for the all female. Honestly, to me, as long as they make it funny. I mean, I don't really have that big of a problem with it.
As long as the quality is still there. And it's not, my concern is that it's not a money grab. That they're not just reversing the role so they can re-release an already established film and make it good. As long as the quality of the film is still there and they're making it ways to make it fresh and still new, I'm definitely okay with that.
Now that's the thing. I am only concerned really with Melissa McCarthy. And I do like some of her movies.
Yeah, but she's had hits and misses.
She's had some great ones. Spy was wonderful.
Yeah, I liked that.
Identity Thief
liked that.
Was shit.
Yes, and Tammy was also not good.
That was not a good one either.
I think.
And then the one with Sandra Bullock, the one where
The Heat.
I actually kind of liked it, but her character, all of her characters are generally the same, and it's like is she going to be going in there kind of making like the weird sex jokes from Bridesmaids? How is she, is her character going to be well developed, and can she pull it off to where it's going to be able to rival Bill Murray? Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge Bill Murray fan. I own over 18 of his movies. I love Bill Murray. I've got a shirt with a bust of him on it.
He's a classic.
Oh, not just that. What gets way overlooked is the way he goes into the role and just his eyes and that gaze he gets. It's not always the humor. It's the kind of mood you can bring to a set.
Well, he's so natural.
Oh, yeah.
He's so natural of a comedic performer, especially. You see him in anything he does, whether it's just a cameo in Zombieland or if it's like a starring role in St. Vincent, which was a recent movie, which was fabulous. It had Naomi Watts, Melissa McCarthy, which was a good one by her.
But let's be honest, though. That's what I'm talking about. She took that character, and that character was made for her as a struggling single mom with a very apprehensive, asshole-ish neighbor.
Yeah.
And she did that really well.
Yeah, and it wasn't...
She needs a script. And the director to work with.
Because I think she just unfortunately fell into such a typecast that was this loud, boisterous, sex-driven, sex-crazed,
drug abusing,
alcohol abusing, fat, basically just a caricature.
Her and Rebel Wilson, at this point, for certain directors, I feel like to them will be almost interchangeable.
Well, they're like... And it's just a shame because they're both such talented people.
You see, I like Rebel Wilson, but I'll be honest with you, I was not a fan of her jokes in Pitch Perfect. It's like, okay.
Really? I liked Pitch Perfect.
See, no, you know, I really tried to give it a shot. I genuinely did. I have friends who were like, Dylan, you should give this a shot. You're judging on a musical. I thought, you know what? You're right. Because there are some musicals I like. I liked Jesus Christ Superstar from 1970s.
Yeah,
I liked
my personal favorite.
Sweeney Todd.
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Yes.
My personal favorite has always been Little Shop of Horrors.
That's right.
With Rick Moranis and Ellen Green.
I love Rick Moranis. I miss him.
And all the cameos. Another great Bill Murray cameo with oh God, who was the dentist? Oh God, Steve Martin. Steve Martin, he was a classic in that movie. And The Divas, of course. All add up, that's one of my favorite musicals. But the only thing I didn't like about Pitch Perfect was Becca was such a brat.
Bitch! I know!
For no reason.
Nobody called her. All right.
No reason.
Do you know CinemaSins or is it Screen Junkies? One of them.
It's one of them.
Okay, either one of them were like, yeah, be a bitch who's mad at her father for getting you a free education. I'm like,
oh yeah,
you're right.
Honest Trailers.
She's a
Honest Trailers did that. Honest Trailers did that.
She was her Anna Kendrick. And what's funny is everyone's like, Anna Kendrick, we love you. I follow her on Twitter. I get that everyone likes her, and everyone kind of likes, the bitch. Mm-hmm. But she's like just a little too natural at that. I'm just kind of being like that. But you know what's funny is, did you see her on Conan?
Yeah,
her on Conan was hilarious.
No, I didn't.
And I was like, okay, maybe it's just like the persona she gives off, but she's actually really just a funny, young, very alive woman.
I don't know if you've seen it. I did see something recently. It was a video posted by her. It was like all these inner thoughts of Anna Kendrick, which I thought was just hilarious. It's like, I've probably said shit more times than my own name. I'm like, it's funny, but it's really troubling that that's probably true. No, but the one redeeming factor of that movie, I think, was some of the supporting characters, like little cameos by Elizabeth Banks, who their commentary was very fun and fresh. But I was not a fan of the bubblegum pop Disney ending where they won and everyone's happy and it's honky dory. That kind of brings it down.
What? I'll be honest with you. I don't want to keep riding the coattails of Honest Trailers because it seems like a poor thing.
It's okay.
But
they have good commentary.
Well, you know what? I honestly feel like they said everything that kind of can be said as far as like bringing down Pitch Perfect. I respect. Not respect. I like the fact that they took a chance by making a modern musical and it worked out great. Yeah, that's good for them. Mm-hmm. I was not a fan of it. And all the making fun of guys, go on YouTube, go on Honest Trailers, type in Pitch Perfect. Guys, that pretty much sums up my point of the views because the characters, they got the weird foreign, they got the black lesbian. Or not even the black lesbian, more like just the one black character. Yeah. Because there can only be one. The bitchy white girl whose dad is like trying to be too involved, but if you think about it, he's a guy who worked his ass off and got her a free education.
There's several. There's two bitchy white girls.
Oh, that's right. And then there's the idiot white girl.
There's Audrey.
It's basically Mean Girls, kind of Mean Girls minus Lindsay Lohan, meets Bring It On
Yeah,
a
it's
fucking
Mean
campus.
Girls watch Bring It On, which personally I prefer Bring It On.
I actually
If
like
I'm,
Mean
if
Girls.
I'm gonna be totally honest, Kirsten Dunst and Elijah Dushku duking it out is one of my favorite cinema pleasures, guilty pleasures that I have. Occasionally, I'll just like, if I'm in one of those movies, I'll be like, okay, it's time for some Bring It On. I love to see Kirsten Dunst really tear it up on the football field out there, doing some mad cheers. But I think have you seen John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yes, I
is something
have.
that I'm going to ask you right now.
I have seen John Carpenter's The Thing.
A good
That was
friend of mine asked me to ask you that. His name
Oh,
is Pete.
right. As Matt is the host of the show. Yes, I have seen John Carpenter's The Thing. Thank you very much, Pete. He will be on the show later, and we will be bringing that up. And for Pete's sake, let's go ahead and get back to. I was enjoying our discussion.
I was enjoying it too.
I was going to say, actually, to be honest with you guys, this is the first time Matt and I have really talked for longer than like 90 seconds.
I know we had a brief encounter when you've come
Of
see
the
me
third kind.
of the third kind. Another great movie.
That actually was a good movie.
It was one of Terry Garr's movie. Terry Garr was in that.
I thought you were going to say the director. I'm like, no, that was Spielberg.
No, that was Spielberg. But just, I think the reason, anyway, talking back to like, finishing out Pitch Perfect and all those teen, like comedy movies. And I think it was bold of them to do a teen musical. But I think that, again, something that has just been so commonplace lately is just, my thing with Pitch Perfect was it was executed well. I mean, if you look at the characters and the way they were written, they were probably acted as best as they could be.
Yeah.
The music was decent, but I think that just what movies in general lack these days is just kind of an originality.
You just gave me a thought. What if one of the main driving forces of that movie, because let's be honest, we all know the feminist movement, which is correct. Is the feminist movement has been gaining steam a lot in the last few years, especially in Hollywood. Do you think one of the main driving forces of that movie in particular was the fact that it had an entire female cast? Because think about it, you just said the music was okay. The characters were and we just established they were very
one-dimensional,
very
but
one-dimensional,
acted well.
But as well as they can, and the script was still pretty much like, hey, how can we be like a modern Zoe Deschanel, but it's a little bit more edge?
Yeah, it was just
like honestly, based on what we just discussed, I'm starting to feel like that movie was pretty much put together just to almost like, just say, fine, here's your female movie. Because let's be honest, how many movies since then have there honestly been? And if on Anna Kendrick's Twitter, she still says, there needs to be more. And honestly, I'm fine with that. But seriously, can we name one? Besides Pitch Perfect 2, which, let's be honest, guys, that was a money grab. If you've seen it, I did see it. That was a fucking money grab. Don't fucking argue with me on that one. That was Elizabeth Banks' way of saying, hey, I'm going to take an already established franchise, use the all-female cast, get the feminists on my side, and make $300 million. That's essentially what she did. That woman's not an idiot. She was actually been brilliant ever since Scrubs. Believe me, she knew exactly what she was doing. And now, I am not knocking her for doing that. That was a good fucking business move, and she made some money. Good for her.
Yeah. And she was hilarious in Wet Hot Summer.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see the Netflix series Wet Hot Summer, American Summer?
That was a funny show.
That was really good. But I think like you were saying, like how many female casts have you actually seen
since those two? Since
those two, and it hasn't been a lot.
Outside of Spy?
Outside of Spy, which was still, it wasn't an all-female cast, but it did have Melissa McCarthy. It had Rose Byrne.
She was the main character.
She was the main character. It did have Rose Byrne. You see some glimmers of hope. You see Jennifer Lawrence heading a new movie.
We just talked about that.
We just talked about The Heat.
And then there was one with Reese Witherspoon, Sofia Vergara, which was a shit movie.
Which was Hot Pursuit.
Yeah.
Which was a very bad movie.
Oh my God.
Which is a shame because you'd think they could have played off each other much better. But you see, like, even people like, but the only people who are really able to lead financially successful movies these days, unfortunately, are people like Jennifer Lawrence or I'm going to say like Meryl Streep or Amy Schumer or any of them.
Well, Amy Schumer she got her feet wet though with
Trainwreck, which is a good movie. If you haven't seen Trainwreck, you need to see Trainwreck.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Because it was funny.
Now listen. I will say this, guys. If you're like me, honestly, I don't find a lot of her humor that great because she jokes about so much serious things. She's like, ha ha ha, I'm a female woman who needs power. Let's make jokes about this. It's like, actually, to me, I mean, maybe it's because I'm a guy. I don't know. I will not claim to understand how anyone else thinks because I'm considered a Caucasian male. Actually, that's what I am.
Considered a Caucasian.
Well, Jewish, but
yeah, Jewish.
Well, I'm sorry. What I'm getting at is, I will never claim to understand that, but it seems like to me, a lot of shit's really not a joking matter. I mean, some of that shit's, not some of it, it's pretty goddamn serious. And so whenever I feel like people are making jokes about like those types of things, it's like, we should actually be really not doing that. At the same time, though, it gets people talking about it, which is wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, so as I'm saying this, I'm coming off like a fucking idiot because I just suddenly realized it's actually getting people talking about this on Facebook and online communities. So you know what? Everything I said in the last 2 minutes, please take away because it's actually a really good point. Never mind, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Especially if you watch her sketch show Inside Amy Schumer.
That's what I'm talking about. I was trying to get into some of that.
She makes a lot of her stuff, like especially certain skits I can nail out are like her military game rape skit where basically it's her and her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's playing like a Call of Duty type game, and she's like, oh, I want to play, and so he lets her play, and she picks to play as a female avatar. So she's playing as female avatar, and her character immediately gets raped. And so
Jesus Christ,
and so the rest of the time it's her trying to fill out paperwork to file against this guy, and eventually gets to the end, and he's like, "Oh, we're just gonna drop all charges. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep him on." And it's her stuff. It's awful, and people watching are like, "Oh my gosh!" But at the same time, it makes people talk about the issues.
Now you know what? Now even what I just said right now, I'm feeling right now. It's like that's not funny. That's depressing as shit and terrifying. But then, of course, you know what? You're completely right. It does get people talking.
I mean, we're talking about right now. So.
Yeah, that's. Suddenly, I feel like we're in a paradox.
Yeah, I know. We can't get out of it. Let's get out of it. Let's do something else.
Okay. All right. But yeah, it's something. Wow, that really got out. Wow. You know what, man? I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and bring this back a little more cheering up, guys.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this interesting little discussion. Matt, you wanted to say your top 10 movies of the last 3 years real quick. Matt,
okay.
I'm going to kind of let you go, brother, and I'll just throw in some stupid shit if I think of something.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Some of these movies are like last 5 years.
Hold on.
5 years.
This entire podcast is supposed to be being honest, being true. So the Amy Schumer shit we just did, that's pretty accurate. So keep going, brother.
That was deft as fuck.
What do you got?
Okay. So I'm just going to say my top 10 movies of the last, I'm just going to say modern movies.
Okay.
Because there aren't really any like stipulations for these specific movies. They're just ones that I've seen recently that are innovative, and what they've really done for cinema is really great. And I think if people watched these movies, they would see that not all the great shit came from the 70s and 80s, even though a lot of it did. And the first one on my list is one I actually just saw a couple weeks ago, is Sicario.
I watched that with you.
Which we went together. We saw it together.
Sicario was fucking dope, man.
And
the cinematography in that
cinematography was absolutely gorgeous.
All right.
We can hold it.
All right.
We're good.
Okay, sorry guys. Just slight miscommunication. My fault. I'm sorry. Sicario, great movie. The cinematography alone. Oh my god, the sound. The score of that movie was unsettling.
Oh my gosh, the sound design for that movie was flat out brilliant. Yes. Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin all delivered on their performances so well. It was, especially the last like 10 minutes of that movie were so tense and so just you could cut, if you were in the theater watching Sicario, you could literally like feel the room like shaking.
I'm going to have to pause you right there because you know we've got to say spoiler alert, bitches. All right. So I'm sorry guys, I should have done this earlier. My director just did one of these like shaking his head. If you guys don't want any spoilers, if for movies you haven't seen, stop right now. So if you haven't seen Sicario, get your ass to a fucking theater or to a torrent website now. All right, I'm sorry. Please continue. Okay,
so basically, Sicario is a crime thriller mystery film and it's really just about how dirty not only like crime is and just that underbelly in general, but how dirty the underbelly of justice is in general in the United States and in Mexico and all these places, and what people are willing to do to like bring it around. And it was such. It wasn't like the most like, you know, Inception-y Christopher Nolan story ever, where it's like working its way around, but it was
doesn't have to do that.
It was executed so perfectly.
Yes.
And it was so intense that that's what made it easily make my list of the top 10.
So that's Sicario number 10.
Next one I'm going to have to go with was an independent British film. It's called Attack the Block, which I don't know if you've heard of that one. But I don't know if you know, in the upcoming film released in December, which is highly anticipated, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Finn, who is the guy in the trailer, he's the African American guy with a lightsaber, with a blue lightsaber. His name is John Boyega. Okay. He was recently unknown until he starred in Attack the Block, which is a science fiction film. It's fabulous.
Wait a minute.
Let me just tell you right now. There's a weed room. It's awesome.
All right, so it's got a weed room.
It's got a weed room. And it's got gigantic black alien dogs that have glow-in-the-dark teeth that rip people up. It's really good. Okay. And so it was produced on a low budget, a lot of practical effects. That's why it made my list of top 10 too. Okay. Next one, it was a mockumentary horror comedy called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Don't know if you've heard it, but it had Robert Englund in it, who, those of you who don't know, is Freddy Krueger from the original Nightmare on Elm Street series. And it also
Wes Craven.
I know, right? That was so depressing.
Yes, it was.
But and also starred Angela Gothel, who is she's not a well-known actress, but she played her part beautifully in this movie. Basically just a mockumentary about if serial killers were real, like if Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers were all real. What people would do. And what the new brand of serial killer would look like. And it's fabulous, it's hilarious, it's paced well, and it's pretty scary.
That's terrifying as fuck. Thank you very much.
And that brings me to the next one on my list, which is actually, I'm going to say this, I'm jumping around the list.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say this one's my number one, which is The Babadook.
The Babadook, that one's fucking freaky.
Which was released by first-time director Jennifer Kent, and starred Essie Davis. I'm not going to keep it too long, but just going to say the movie is fucking terrifying, built a lot of atmosphere, used a lot of great colors, and the performances were electrifying, and you should definitely see it.
I just want to say this, guys. It's actually really funny. I just saw it for the first time 2 weeks ago. I don't want to spoil anything. That might be one of... If you like the movie It Follows or felt it was overrated, I felt that movie was very overrated. This is the movie. This movie is fucking terrifying. And really I don't mean in like The Ring sort of way or The Grudge. This movie was fucking weird and just strange. Matt, I want to thank you very much for coming in 20's Know-It-All, brother. You know what? We're going to finish that list next time you're on here.
That's okay.
Because this was actually awesome. I really enjoyed having you on here.
Oh, I enjoyed being here. It was really fun.
Thank you very much, Matt.
And hopefully I can get through... I'll tell you the other movies next time I'm on.
You know what? We'll make that the main thing.
Maybe there'll be some new movies that come out that I can talk about.
Maybe
some new great movies.
All right.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to next time you want me on.
Right
Hopefully
on,
I wasn't a bother. But,
no, not at all.
But
I want to thank you all very much for tuning in to 20's Know-It-All, guys. Our next segment is going to be Oh, for Pete's Sake. Thank you very much for listening. And welcome back to 20's Know-It-All. This is Dylan's bedtime voice. Ladies. All right, I'm just fucking with you. Welcome back to 20's Know-It-Alls, guys. I hope you enjoyed our segment with Allison and Matt. I am ecstatic for the fact that we have brought back Pete for Oh, for Pete's Sake. And the topic for Oh, for Pete's Sake is guest complaints where we work, which is at a movie theater. And guys... I'm feeling it in my chest right now. Happy. Like, I'm almost, like, pumped. I'm like, twitching on my seat. Pete's, like, doing the whole foot thing a little bit. I'm just, like...
Oh, I'm having a seizure.
Oh, it's like we get to, like, unload this rage. It's like a Kamehameha wave of bitching.
I'm just saying, you know, like, whenever you're, like, a little kid, though, and it's, like, Christmas morning?
Yes.
But then you're also the little
I'm
kid
Jewish.
that, like... Well, yeah, I know, yeah. So you know that feeling when you're not a little kid on Christmas morning? And you get up and you eat a bunch of matzo ball soup. But
did you say matzo ball soup?
It's delicious.
Our director just quit. Bye, Tony.
I love you.
All right. So, yes, I remember what it's like to wake up on Hanukkah morning, but we celebrate in the evening.
It's Hanukkah morning, evening, I know.
There's a pretty big difference. It's the light of hope, not the light of morning dew. Try that shit in Egypt and see what happens.
Okay. But it's that feeling.
Okay, it's that feeling.
It's that feeling when you're not a little kid that wakes up on Christmas morning and you get to talk shit about your coworkers, or not coworkers, sorry.
Guess. I mean, let's be honest, we've all been upset with a coworker.
I mean,
or two.
at some point though, I'll probably talk shit on Adrian. But... Oh no, yeah.
So yeah, guest complaints, guys. All right, Pete, since you are the guest, I'm gonna let you go first. What is one complaint that you've got at the movie theater that we work at? Because I feel like we could all write a short story.
Well, okay, there's a difference though between getting complaints and getting those certain customers.
Okay, well, whichever one you want to go with, brother. Whichever one.
We can start with complaints.
Okay,
just because
let's
I
do
feel
that.
like we can get those out of the way pretty quickly.
Okay.
I don't see how it was anything to do with me.
Okay.
I was working greeters the other day, movie theater job, greeter. Stand there, rip paper for money. Some lady comes up and tells me that she didn't get cheese on her nachos. I am in the middle of the movie theater ripping people's tickets. I didn't put cheese or I didn't put anything on your food. Why am I the one to fix your cheese problem?
You know what? Can I bounce off that?
Please do.
We had one.
We're both big men. We bounce.
Where this fucking guest came. He ordered these nachos and cheese, which is a classic movie theater food.
It's always the nachos.
Oh no, it gets better. He comes back 20 minutes later and he's like, "Will you warm up my cheese?" I was like, "Excuse me?"
That was part of the complaint.
Yeah, I was like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Yeah, my cheese is cold. Do you guys have a microwave?" And it's like, "No, we don't."
No.
And they thought that was so weird. I'm like, "Here's your new cheese." I was like, your cheese was 20 minutes old,
Your
right?
new cheese.
Yeah, it was the fucking weirdest thing. But that's just little petty complaints. Listeners, at every job you get little complaints.
It happens.
Sometimes
They never make sense. You get
honestly,
them.
that's just it. It was like you'll be having this great day, and then suddenly you'll have the weirdest complaint. I'll never forget one. This lady was like, "You guys don't have the icy like the other ones do." I'm like, "What flavor?" And she goes, "You guys don't have the cherry." I'm like, "We have the white cherry." She goes, "No, I want red."
Racist.
No, I'm serious. She wanted red.
No? Is that not where we were going with that?
wanted. I wasn't thinking racism. I was thinking stupidity. But I guess they
I
go
want
hand in hand.
normal cherry.
I want some of that red cherry. But no, this lady was like, "I want the red cherry." I'm like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have that." And she's like, "Why not?" I said, I'm sorry, we don't have that." She goes, "Do I need to speak to a manager?" I'm just thinking to myself, over a slushie? Over a cherry slushie, she wants to bitch of the fact that we don't have the right color slushie. I was not the greeter saying, I was behind the counter. I was just like, "Is this happening?" And I was like, "You know what, ma'am? I'm sorry. What can I do to make you feel better?" And she vented, and I helped her out, and she just kind of went on her way. And I was looking around. I was like, I opened, so of course there was no one fucking there. I'm like, I wish I had someone to bitch about this to. I can't believe this just happened. Oh man,
Exactly.
Dude, the fucking weirdest shit.
They're always so pointless and dumb, and
Oh my God.
things that you could fix with maybe one sentence, like, "Hey, can you just warm up this cheese?" Like, I'm cool about it. Just warm this cheese up for me. No
Where
big
the
deal.
fuck are we gonna warm it up? We don't have a fucking microwave.
I mean, we did that the other day, in the oven.
You put
for a
fucking
little bit.
plastic in the oven?
No, not the plastic.
You put plastic in the fucking oven?
Not the plastic.
It's fucking cheese. It comes in plastic. What the fuck do you do with it?
No, not that. We put it on the nachos, then heated it up.
You put a cardboard box in a fucking oven?
I would like to point something out, for sake of story. I had no part in this.
You put fucking cardboard in a fucking oven? What the fuck is the matter with you people?
We're dangerous. We like to live our
Holy
lives on the
shit!
edge.
All right. Okay. All right. Enough of stupidity.
Movie
with
theater
that.
jobs.
Yeah, movie
Where
theater.
we care about your stay and your nachos.
Oh man, you know what? I actually, I had one. I'll never forget this one guy. He wanted another popcorn bag, right?
Sure.
But we've got those little extra boxes for guests to have. And 9 times out of 10, the guest will say, "Oh, thank you very much," and they'll go over there and get that. Yeah. And sometimes they'll get 2 or 3 for the kids, and everything's fine and groovy.
It's all good.
This one motherfucker.
This
one motherfucker. It was during Straight Outta Compton. We were so busy. This motherfucker came back, and he goes, man, those are dirty." I'm like,
What?
What? He's like, "Yeah, man, those are dirty. I need bags." I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's inventory. I can't do it." And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Want a fucking bag. I'm like, oh my God. And he was getting so mad. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not going to say who. Someone came over and tried to deal with this guy. And eventually, he was just like, I'm going to take these motherfucking boxes and clean this shit off myself.
What?
I was like,
What are they
what
dirty
the
with?
fuck?
Do we have little fucking like popcorn gremlins that go through our like boxes or some shit?
Dude, I have
What does
no
he expect?
I have no fucking idea.
It's like a cardboard box. We take it out of a bigger cardboard box. And
You
like,
put your popcorn in the cardboard box.
grab a fucking cardboard baby.
A cardboard baby.
I'm gonna start saying that to yes. Yes, we have cardboard babies right at the end of the counter. You can just take them from their home if you're awful.
Please remember to cut the umbilical cord, because
Yeah. Of
you know
course.
you gotta cut that. Or
It
else
kind of
you're
looks
gonna
like a
drag it
straw.
It kind of looks like a straw. Oh man.
Little popcorn belly button.
You know what? There was one where this lady came out, I think like twice, because her seat was dirty. So I go back there with a fucking this was like months ago. This was like back in like February. So I go in there with my fucking rag and I got that little cleaning shit I'm cleaning off. And she goes, "You gotta get over here." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure, no problem." She's like, "Over there." I'm like, "Oh, okay, no problem." She points like to the fucking end of the footstool, almost underneath. She's like, "You gotta get right there." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that." I'm getting underneath there. The movie's about to start. People are trying to walk by me while I'm virtually underneath this chair, scrubbing the bottom. And I'm getting the dirtiest looks. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's being a bitch.
Yeah, word for word. Did you say it?
No.
It's like that Key and Peele thing. Did you call her a bitch?
Hell yeah. No. Nah, man. It's fucking. What have you got, man?
Oh my god. Okay. So there's somebody that frequents our movie theater.
Do I know them?
You should.
Okay.
Yeah, you might. But so basically this guy comes in with usually just like I guess what is his wife, maybe?
Okay.
And gets normal probably about $180 worth of food.
$180.
$180 great burp. $180 worth of food. And
did you sell him stuff?
What'd you say about Harriet?
No, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm just burping up a storm. This Dr. Pepper and vanilla, it'll get you.
That indigestion, man. But anyway.
It's a bitch.
So $180 worth of food.
Yeah.
Does this every time. Like the man gets like 5 orders of chicken tenders, like 6 boxes of candy, multiple drinks for 2 people. Yeah,
I know who you're talking
know where
about.
I'm going with this.
The big fat.
No. It's not a big fat black dude. No.
With the 3 kids?
No.
Who are you talking about?
No, it's like a middle-aged white dude.
With the.
Yes. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, people, you
yes.
don't understand.
Oh, this guy's
You do not understand this man. He is the bane of my fucking
He
movie
comes in
theater
here like
existence.
at least once every 2 weeks.
And he hundreds of dollars worth of food, and he never pays for it because apparently he gets these coupons out of movie cases that I'm pretty sure we don't even make anymore. And they're always like 30 of them printed out on normal computer paper.
I know.
And you have to put in like a 20-digit code for every coupon, do it all.
Fucking one.
The very first time I ever worked concession, that man came up to my register.
Dude, he paid at. I remember that night. He was over
was
at Box
awful.
whenever I sold him those tickets.
Why? Why would you do that?
I didn't fucking want to. It's part of the job, man.
So, you know who he is.
I do know who he is. I didn't know he was doing that to
him.
you. Who the fuck carries that many fucking coupons? It's like the coupon lady from that one network show where there's like, "Welcome to Coupon Wars."
He got one of our managers mad at me because of that. Because
What?
I first started working there and I didn't know what to do.
What?
So I had to call over a manager like 3 times to help me with it. And then we go through, do it all. I'm grabbing all his food for him, everything. You know, movie theater sounds. And,
Movie theater sounds.
And I'm getting all this stuff for him. I come back and I just see the person that was helping him just furious.
Dude,
And
it's like.
Hold on, it gets worse.
Oh,
real quick.
okay.
Here's the final shot. We put in like 25 coupons probably, and just
He changed his mind.
no. There was $1.89 left for him to pay, and he tried to pay with his card, and the card didn't work, and it reset the entire thing.
No.
The entire, like 25 coupons, that's like 20 digits per coupon, typing in, reset the entire thing.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. He was about to die.
God. No.
The next time that man came in,
No.
I immediately just, like, I bagged popcorn. I had somebody else do it. I couldn't handle him. I didn't. Couldn't do
Oh
it.
my God, no.
I could not do it for the life of me.
That's Pete. Guys,
I'm crying a little bit right now.
listeners, that man brought in his entire squadron that he called a family.
When he brings in the kids.
And they wanted to see, they were seeing Hotel Transylvania 2, and they had all of these coupons. This was like my second time working box. For those of you who don't know, if you're fucking retarded, you sell tickets. Okay. All right.
Good job.
He had 15 coupons, and I was like, oh, sweet Jesus. I didn't realize. I remember you were working over in concession.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went over to you, and he was over there for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
And I was like, what the fuck's he doing over there? And I remember you kept saying over the walkie, guys, I need help. Guys, I need help. Guys, I need help.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh my God, that was fucking awful. I was going to talk about the weird racist people we dealt with, but that's
there's those too. But
those were fun. Those are funsies.
No, you know
my
what's the
God.
best? When The Perfect Guy came out, and I was
9/11. Bush did it.
that's a different story for a whole other podcast.
Sorry, guys.
But Bush did it. And but for The Perfect Guy. So Dylan just farted. For The Perfect Guy, there was a 35-person group of like middle-aged drunk women like in the lobby, and they weren't watching a movie. They were just there waiting for it to start for like an hour.
They were at the bar. I remember that.
Yeah. But they all bought tickets,
so
and they just
loud.
sat there for like an hour and a half and just drank from our bar. And I was the greeter, so I'm right in the middle. I had to deal with all that.
Yeah, Oh, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap this up. I got one final segment. I love the drunk women who come into our job.
I don't.
They are fucking hilarious. Whenever I'm greeter, oh my God, there was this one time this woman was like, "Hey Dylan, how are you today?" And I was like, "I'm great. How are you?" She goes, "I'm fantastic. Me and my friend just got over from Bar Louie." Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
That's fun.
I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." She goes, "Is that a bar?" I said, Yeah, we have an open bar. You can take
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can take it to the theater." And she's like, "You are such a sweetie." I'm like, "Thank you."
Dylan.
And she's like, "Are you going to come in there and watch it with us?" I was like, "No, I have to work." She goes, "Well, if you get off early, you should come in there and watch it with us." And I'm like, "You are clearly trashed." I asked the bartender what they ordered. Big-ass margaritas.
Good for them.
From the fucking frozen margarita machine.
Good for them.
Big-ass motherfuckers.
I bet they had a great night.
Dude.
Did you meet up afterwards, Dylan?
Well, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh my God, Dylan. See us after the
Totes.
movie. Me and Jennifer.
Actually, the crazy thing is they weren't that bad looking.
Oh.
They really weren't. They really weren't.
You missed a chance.
I guess. I don't know. I'm a coward.
Just find them.
Pete, you got one more for us before we wrap up the show, brother?
I think I vented pretty well.
All right. Well, listen, Pete, I want to thank you very much for coming back
Thank
in
you.
for Pete's sake.
That's for my sake.
Guys, thank you for listening to 20's Know It All. Today was a really fun fucking episode. I really enjoyed it.
It was great.
Thank you all very much for tuning in today. I do want to remind you guys, with our problems with guests, comment, subscribe, whatever, but comment. What are some of your stories that you dealt with? Because I personally handle our YouTube account. I would love to read them and bring them in and read them on air. Because I think that would actually be a lot of fucking fun. I think we could get some great material. We've got a lot more stories. So maybe next time we can do this again.
Yeah, just tell us what you want from us.
Yeah, pretty much.
We will provide.
We will provide. Guys, I do want to remind you, in case you missed the beginning, we will be doing a Star Wars holiday special. We will be having a Jedi battle. This will be something like we've never done before. It's going to be a wonderful experience. It's going to be a lot of fucking fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much for tuning in to 20's Know It All.